Good evening and welcome to the 29th New Venture Competition, and thank you for joining us. As we prepare to hear from our startups and speakers tonight, please take note of the emergency exits and silence all cell phones. Tonight, you will be voting for your favorite pitches. I'd like to take a moment to make sure you log in to the HBS guest Wi-Fi to get ready for the crowd vote. After the pitches for each of the 3 tracks, you'll be able to select your crowd favorite for each and vote electronically. These winning teams will receive a $5,000 prize. And don't forget to share on social media using hashtag HBSNVC. So now, sit back and relax and enjoy the pitches. To kick off this evening's program, please welcome Jana Kierstead, Executive Director, MBA and Doctoral Programs and External Relations, Amelia Angela, Director of the Social Enterprise Initiative, and Tara Pillai, the Director of the Arthur Rock Center for Entrepreneurship.
Hi everyone, I'm Amelia Angela. Thank you all for coming out tonight and welcome. The Harvard Business School New Venture Competition is a celebration of the remarkable entrepreneurial spirit of our students and alumni. Since 1997, this competition reminds us of the power of innovative new ventures to reshape our world. In fact, in that time, we have granted over $4 million in non-dilutive funding and in-kind grants to the best ideas from our students and alumni, some of whom are here with us tonight. I'm also pleased to share that this is the 25th year of the social enterprise track of the New Venture competition. And I'm particularly pleased to be able to thank my HBS classmate, Susan Wolf-Dickoff, who as a student leader was part of the team that launched the social enterprise track of the New Venture competition, and she will be introducing our social enterprise teams tonight. So thank you, Susan. I'm so pleased to be here tonight with Jana and with Tara in her new role as director of the Rock Center. Welcome, Tara.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It is great to be here. Since 1997, more than 5,000 teams have participated in this competition. Tonight, you'll see finalists across 3 tracks. Our student business track includes ventures with economic returns that drive substantial market value. Our student social enterprise track with ventures that drive social change using both nonprofit and for-profit models, and our alumni track, a launch pad for innovative ventures from HBS alumni. These teams are a representation of over 240 ventures that entered the competition from an incredibly diverse set of perspectives, from healthcare to deep tech to sustainability. Tonight, we will be awarding 3 grand prizes of $75,000 to the winners in each track, with a total of $315,000 being awarded tonight.
And entrepreneurship, as you know, is the heart of HBS. In fact, 50% of our alum over the lifetime of their careers start a venture. Last year, class of 2024, 14% of our graduates started their own venture, which I think is pretty awesome. As the #1 MBA program for the number of founders, companies started, capital raised, we take great pride in seeing our alum shaping industries and driving innovation worldwide. We also recognize that starting a business comes with a little bit of uncertainty, so we are committed to supporting our alumni through that journey. To our entrepreneurs, I want to thank you for making this campus a hub of innovation and creativity, ambition, and impact. Thank you. On behalf of our entire team, who are around this room in various seats and on this stage, we are behind you as you continue this journey, and are so excited for you. So now, let's get started with our alumni track. Yes? Yes. All right. So, a couple more stats for you. This year, 116 alumni ventures applied in partnership with HBS clubs around the globe. From those 116, 7 regional winners. And tonight, we're going to hear from 4 of them, representing innovation across nutrition, AI, fintech, medical devices, and gaming. A little more history. The alumni track launched in 2010. Since then, we've had 2,200 applicants. 32 teams were awarded over $1.2 million in non-dilutive funding. Those ventures have gone on to raise more than $1.2 billion in capital. It's pretty impressive. And even more impressive, 84% of them are still in business today. That deserves a round of applause, people. That's pretty awesome. The alumni teams you'll hear from tonight are an inspiring reminder that entrepreneurship is a lifelong pursuit, and the HBS community continues to build, lead, and grow ventures that make a difference in the world. Thank you, and to our alumni ventures. Now let's hear from our 4 alumni track finalists from across the globe. Now you will hear from Closing Theory.
Hey, we're Closing Theory Studios, and we make real-world real estate games. We're third-time founders, and we sold our last 2 gaming companies, and now we're building House Hunt. House Hunt is Monopoly meets Zillow. So why gaming and real estate? Because real estate is already entertainment. Every month, over 80 million people go to Zillow just for fun, and there are real estate games out there that have hundreds of millions of downloads and billions in revenue, but they all use fake houses. So why are we gonna win? 3 reasons. We have an exclusive nationwide partnership with the MLS to use all real properties in the US in our game, and we're the only ones that have this. 2, we teamed up with Zillow Gone Wild to be our launch partner in the US. They're a real estate mega influencer and they do 150 million impressions a month. And 3, the founder of Zillow, Spencer Raskoff, bet on us to gamify Zillow as an entertainment product, and Andreessen is our lead investor. Here's how House Hunt works. You tour houses in your city, explore neighborhoods, and guess house prices. The better you guess, you earn cash and start buying houses, get passive income, and you can use AI to renovate the houses and flip them to other players and climb the leaderboards. House Hunt is live in Australia and Canada, and we're already beating the metrics of the top 10% of mobile games. We have over 50,000 installs, our cost per install is less than $2, and world-class retention. We convert 5% of our players to payers, which is more than double the mobile gaming standard, and we hit revenue per user of over $20. Off the success of our Canadian and Australia launches, we're launching House Hunt in the US later this summer. Thanks.
Please welcome Fastline.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Graham Lieberman, co-founder of Fastline, along with Dr. Hillary Gallen. Fastline is a medical device that makes the placement of central venous lines, kind of like superpowered IVs, easier, faster, and safer. A few years ago, we had a patient, we'll call her Sandra, who was admitted to our ICU, and as part of her treatment, we placed a central venous line into her neck. Only this time, we accidentally missed her jugular vein, and we placed the line into her carotid artery. The result? Sandra had a stroke, and a few days later, she died. Every year, 500,000 patients are injured from central lines that are placed wrong. The reason is the way in which we placed them was never originally designed to do so, leading to a procedure with poor ergonomics, easily skipped safety checks, and one that is incompatible with continuous ultrasound guidance. Fastline lets you place a line with optimal ergonomics, automatic safety checks, and is compatible with continuous ultrasound. 100 surgeons and anesthesiologists have tested Fastline. Almost all of them now ask us regularly, incessantly even, when Fastline will be clinically available. We've proven that Fastline works in pigs. It doesn't defy the laws of physics. It will solve this $3 billion a year problem. We just need to get Fastline through the FDA to get it to the finish line, at which point it'll mean that next time, Sandra gets to go home. Thank you very much.
Please welcome Krita.
Small businesses are 44% of the US economy, and they are 3.5 times more reliant on smaller banks than on large ones for their capital. But these smaller banks have underinvested in process efficiency for the last 20 years. Meanwhile, their compliance tech budgets have ballooned to $25 billion annually. We spent hundreds of hours inside these banks only to find the lending processes are completely broken. Loan officers are mired in manual paperwork that bogs them down. We found that this is where Krita comes in. Loan officers are mired down in spreadsheets, Excel documents, and prehistoric systems, and that's where Krita comes in. We're building AI-powered workflow tools that automate data intake, analysis, and extraction so that loan officers can stop being data clerks and go back to advising businesses as they were meant to be. Bank CEOs have a hair-on-fire problem for this because as interest rates rise, their net interest margins compress. As their frustrated customers leave, so do their top loan officers. Krita helps reverse this trend by increasing loan throughput, improving their margins, and retaining top talent. And we know this business inside out and backwards. I started my career at JP Morgan covering banks and then ran a $10 billion bank partnership at a fintech lender. My co-founder Sophie started her career covering banks at McKinsey before building an S&B lender from scratch. With 4 LOIs and our first $1 million in funding, we are so ready to get started. Thank you.
Now you will hear from Newly.
In 2023, I won the Harvard New Venture competition and moved to Indonesia to continue building my startup. Along the way, I found a much bigger and more tangible problem that affects the lives of millions of families. 1 in 4 children in Southeast Asia is malnourished, yet 60% don't even know if their child is deficient in key nutrients. Current supplement options are hard to give, unappealing, or filled with sugar. That's why I pivoted and founded Newly. Newly makes tasty functional foods using freeze-dried technology suitable for children as young as 6 months old. Our products are formulated with researchers from the Harvard School of Public Health to tackle specific health issues faced by Southeast Asian children. Within 6 months of launch, we are already profitable, with our products available in major retailers across Singapore and Indonesia. Our revenue has grown 10 times, with an organic repurchase rate of 25% and a 70% increase in average order value on repeat purchases. Earlier this year, we expanded into Malaysia and Thailand, and our revenue is expected to hit $3.4 million this year. Our team combines my expertise in health foods with my co-founder Andrew's deep understanding of Southeast Asian markets. We are backed by strategic investors, including Flybridge Capital, founded by Professor Jeff Bosgang, and Insignia Capital Partners. Join us as we revolutionize nutrition for children and the family.
It's now time to vote. Please vote for the Alumni Track Crowd Favorite by typing www.pollev.com/NVC 2025 finale into your browser. Please join us in welcoming Susan Wolf-Ditkoff, MBA 2001, to introduce the Social Enterprise Track.
I am so excited to be here with you to introduce the Social Enterprise Track of the New Venture Competition. Just for fun, let's quickly rewind the clock to 25 years ago, the summer of 2000, when this track was being founded. So, Napster was at the height of its popularity. One of the hottest startups in the world, Webvan, had a whopping market cap of $1.2 billion. BlackBerry had just launched.
Thank you, my friend.
Should I start over?
Yes.
Keep going. You guys can hear me. All right. BlackBerry had just launched, not the smartphone, just the phone. We weren't at smartphones yet. And Yahoo search was bigger than Google, which is a reminder to be nice to those of us who still have Yahoo email addresses, because we were actually there when. Mark Zuckerberg was just out of middle school, and we were 8 long years away from iPhones. So now, in the midst of all this, my HBS classmates, class of 2001, also cared deeply about big societal problems. Low-cost eyeglasses helping billions of people see who couldn't at the time. Modular housing in Mexico, and so many other innovations. But in the frothy days of Napster and Webvan and AOL taking over Time Warner in the year's biggest takeover, it was hard to get airtime for some of these critically important problems, both specific problems and problems of the commons. So while we knew our classmates were incredibly passionate about solving these problems, our founding team literally had no idea what to expect. We had no idea how many people would respond to the call of a social enterprise track. Privately, I had hoped for 3 teams, maybe 4 if we were really lucky. And we were absolutely blown away. We were stunned that in the very first year, 25% of entrants were social enterprise plans. I was proud to be the student founder of this track, along with faculty sponsor and unstoppable force, Alan Grossman, and my wonderful classmates, Heather Clayton and Jeff Corey, who were so cheerfully roped into service, and of course, the omnipresent and omni-talented Margot Dushin. Yeah, give it up for Margot, really. What our founding team shared was a passionate commitment to helping Harvard students develop and scale innovations that could tilt the benefits of HBS's enormous talents, technologies, towards those who are vulnerable and struggling around the world. And as documented in a 2017 study published in the Stanford Social Innovation Review, HBS has truly been a pioneer in social impact education for decades. Since then, the teams have gone from strength to strength. And so please first join me in wishing a happy anniversary to the happy 25th anniversary to the Social Enterprise track. And now I can't wait for you to hear from this year's incredible teams. Thanks so much.
Now let's hear from our 4 Social Enterprise track finalists. Please welcome Idra Health.
In April 2024, I got a distress call from my brother. "She's gone," he said. I just found out that the last woman on earth I could call a mom had passed on because the hospital she was in didn't have the medical equipment to diagnose her properly. This was my journey into a world that saddened the reality of 80,000 Nigerians and millions in Africa every year who die as a result of lack of access to medical equipment. Maybe understandably so, given the fact that over 70% of hospitals in Nigeria lack access to crucial basic equipment.
Idra Health is changing this. We are democratizing medical equipment access, ensuring no patient is denied care because the equipment they needed was not within reach. Our digital platform connects healthcare facilities in need with those that have excess and or idle equipment. By leveraging existing resources, we are increasing accessibility, improving patient care, and reducing equipment costs by up to 50%. My name is Dr. David Bunn, and this is my co-founder, Edra Omaro. And together we have assembled a team with expertise across healthcare delivery, strategy, technology, and finance. Our strong partnerships position us to expand across 25 Nigerian states, impacting thousands of healthcare facilities and the numerous patients they serve. Join Idra Health as we transform healthcare delivery in Africa, ensuring medical equipment is positioned when and where it's needed most, serving patients.
Please welcome Lexi.
In 2014, a 9-year-old Vietnamese girl was rushed to a California emergency room in excruciating pain. Her parents didn't speak English, and there was no interpreter available. She was misdiagnosed and given a drug her body couldn't tolerate. Hours later, she died. This isn't just one story. 30 million patients in the US face language barriers, making them 66% more likely to suffer medical errors, stay hospitalized longer, and pay thousands of dollars more per visit. Hospitals spend billions on interpretation services, yet both on-site and remote interpreters are often delayed and inconsistent in quality, wasting precious time, putting lives at risk, and leaving patients voiceless in their care.
We believe that communication is at the core of healthcare, and that's why we're building Lexi, an AI-driven medical interpretation platform that makes multilingual communication instant, accurate, and secure at a fraction of cost. Our first product is a mobile application that enables real-time voice interpretation to empower patients to speak up and doctors to provide safer care. Lexi is built for healthcare, fine-tuned on medical lexicon and HIPAA compliant for patient privacy. We've received letters of intent from major hospital systems. I'm Siddharth from India, and this is Lynn from Vietnam, and our team together speaks 14 different languages, and we have firsthand lived this problem in our families and our communities. If you believe language should never be a barrier to care, join us. Let's make healthcare truly accessible for all. Thank you.
Please welcome Playlish.
Hi, everyone. I was born and raised in rural Kazakhstan, never imagining that I'd one day study at Harvard. Looking back, I realized one pivotal moment that laid this journey's foundation. When I was a child, my mother spent half her salary on English books, believing language was the key to a better future. She was right. Today, 81% of graduates are rejected from jobs because they don't speak English confidently, despite learning it for many years. They drill grammar rules, while linguists say language is acquired only through social interaction. Yet 2 billion learners lack access to English-speaking environments. We are making them accessible. Playlish is a simulation game with a focus on building speaking skills. Learners create their own characters, speak to other AI-powered players, make friends, go to work, get rewards. Research shows that 9 in 10 learners speak better when language is learned in real-life context. My name is Asel. I founded and scaled English School in Kazakhstan to 10,000 students and 200 teachers. We are a Harvard Education School team with AI expert in educational games and Global Teacher Prize winner. Together, we've built innovative platform and tested it among learners. We surveyed 53 language schools and surveyed 2,000 learners in Kazakhstan to ground our solution in real needs. With Playlish, we are bringing the power of English to everyone, not just privileged. So a girl like me from a village can read global knowledge, get into college, and speak up in a class with confidence. Thank you.
Please welcome Remarcation.
Hi, everyone. I'm Hannah. I am the founder of Remarcation, and I'm also the first legally blind student to attend Harvard's Graduate School of Design. So, 1 in every 6 people has a disability, and yet 70% of disabled people have gone to public spaces that they couldn't access. Why? It's because universal access isn't truly universal. For example, tactile paving, which is meant to help people like me who are blind, is uncomfortable under wheelchairs. Because certain features of the built environment are helpful to certain disabled users are inherently harmful to other disabled users, there's no such thing as true universal access. Therefore, we must provide better information so that disabled people can have autonomy over the choices of spaces they want to inhabit. Remarcation's goal is to use data to bring power back to users. We've developed an app that collects and delivers accessibility information on public spaces, where users are able to define their own access needs and to provide their own feedback on the built environment, utilizing our community as our greatest resource. The motto of the disability justice movement is nothing about us without us, and Remarcation wants to add no power to us except through us. Thank you.
It's now time to vote. Please vote for the social enterprise track crowd favorite, by typing www.pollev.com/NVC 2025 finale into your browser. Voting is now closed for the Student Social Enterprise track. Please welcome Yinka Ogunbiyi, MBA 2024 and founder of Halo Braid, to present the Student Business Track finalists.
Good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce the business track at the new venture competition. This track showcases ventures whose economic returns will create lasting market impact. Companies who are tackling significant problems with ambitious solutions. Now, when I pitched at NVC 2 years ago, we were building something that most people thought was impossible, a robot that braids hair. We were bringing together hardware and software and AI to tackle a manual, hours-long braiding process in an industry that hasn't seen innovation in 5,000 years. So we weren't your typical startup. But in many ways we were, because we believed that our problem was worth solving, and this community believed in us. Winning the MVC competition had a monumental impact on Halo Braid. We found our first funding, investors, mentorship, and momentum, and belief that we could change the world and solve a real problem with an innovative solution. We used the funding from that competition to build our first 30 prototypes. And since then, we've built 400 more. Stylists braiding my hair have used our prototypes, our machine learning-powered, patent-pending hair braiding robot to braid my hair for the past year. And now we're gearing up for national distribution. So this has been really impactful, and we're just grateful to this community. Tonight's finalists have spent months or years refining their ideas, building their ventures, and preparing to share their vision for the world. They've been through multiple rounds of a really intense judging process, and now they have just 90 seconds to share what they're building. And trust me, 90 seconds really flies by. I remember my pitch and going to sit back down and feeling like I could not remember a word I just said. But don't worry, because they're recording everything, and it's going to live on forever. Really, I want to congratulate all the finalists and all the participants of this competition. They are doing incredible work, and I'm excited for them to share it with you. So enough from me. Let's hear from our 4 finalists.
Please welcome Accio.
The number of satellites has increased by 1,000% in the last decade, yet making aerospace and defense hardware is still way too hard. Manufacturing mission-critical parts is manual, error-prone, and inefficient. Half of aerospace certified suppliers have less than 25 people working there. This means that multi-million-dollar contracts are tracked with sticky notes and printed out emails. And how do we know this? Well, we've spent over 100 hours on the shop floor with these folks, and we've lived it. I'm Alex. I've built satellite engines at Apollo Fusion, and I have 14 things in space.
And I'm Sarah. As a propulsion engineer at Blue Origin, I ran lunar lander engine test campaigns, and I've sent over 50 people to space on hardware I've qualified. Our third co-founder is Kristen. Kristen is an MIT PhD in artificial intelligence for manufacturing. So we know this problem, but we know it also doesn't need to be this way. We're building Accio to make building rockets as easy as building software. To do this, we're automating manual workflows for manufacturers, expanding into the design side, and then eventually using the insights we gain to automate production at scale. We're working with 3 design partners now and rapidly iterating on our software. We're Accio. Please join us as we make hardware easy.
Please welcome Argus Systems.
Hey, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm Drew, and this is Lisa, and we're working on Argus Systems together. You're probably wondering why I'm holding a beach ball. This beach ball represents the amount of data that was required to train ChatGPT 3.5. This golf ball here represents the largest data set available to train something similar that we have for robotics. I know that every single one of us probably wants a robot doing our chores and our laundry, but to get there, we don't have enough data. We're going to need a lot more data.
And that's where we come in. Argus Systems scales training data collection and labeling for physical AI. So we're going to buy robots, do stuff with them like fold laundry, and collect the sensor data, sell those data sets to companies so that you don't have to fold your laundry anymore.
And trust me, I hate laundry. Before coming to HBS, I served in the Marine Corps for 6 years, and during that time period, I also got a master's that taught me the fundamentals of AI and machine learning, and that ultimately led me here to HBS, where I met Lisa through Section G.
As for me, I studied robotics at Carnegie Mellon and was most recently a software engineer at Waymo, where I worked on the perception data labeling system. And finally, I'll leave you with an apology. So I'm sorry to say that we're contributing to the HBS's unemployment statistic and working on this full-time after graduation in San Francisco, but we couldn't be more excited to do so. So thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us.
Now you will hear from Hydro Hall.
Hi, my name is Eli Lichman. I'm the CEO and founder of Hydro Hall, and we're unlocking a cleaner future powered by hydrogen. More than 30% of all emissions come from what are called hard-to-abate sectors, which means that electrification alone isn't sufficient. Instead, you need a clean molecule to decarbonize, and the only viable option is hydrogen. Over the next 20 years, more than $10 trillion will be invested into the hydrogen economy. However, more than 2/3 of that investment is being directed to reduce the cost of production, despite more than half of the delivered price of hydrogen being in its storage, transportation, and distribution. If you want a sustainable future, you need clean hydrogen, and for it to succeed, the cost of the midstream value chain must come down. That's where we come in. Hydro Hall is an innovative solution that allows you to transport hydrogen easily using a proxy carrier molecule. All you need to know about how it works is that our form of hydrogen is the only one I can carry in my hand right here, right now, without the risk of literally blowing up our apartment, or at least poisoning my roommates. It's safer, more reliable, and more than 30% cheaper than anything else that exists on the market today. Prior to HBS, I was an advanced hydrogen jet engine designer, and my co-founder, who is a PhD in hydrogen storage, literally built and flew the first hydrogen fuel cell powered airplane. Together, we have the experience required to bring this solution to the market. We're joined by world-class scientists from Lawrence Berkeley who have demonstrated the technology in the lab. We've already raised $70,000 in non-dilutive funding, and we recently just signed our first letter of intent to demonstrate the technology in the field. Too much is riding on the success of a hydrogen economy. The world cannot and will not let it fail. Join us in redefining the future of hydrogen. Thank you.
Please welcome Opley.
All right, guys, last but not least, good evening, everyone. I'm here today to talk about a problem that every homeowner and future homeowner faces. But before I get into that, I would first love to introduce my team. My name is Lindsay Krisman, and I'm the co-founder and CEO at Opley, formerly My Home. I'm a West Point grad, and while I was at the academy, I was actually the 4th woman in West Point history to be appointed as the first captain, which means that I was ranked #1 out of 4,400 cadets. Thank you. I then went on to fly Apache helicopters for 4 years before being selected as the first female in U.S. Army history to fly the AH-6 Little Bird for special operations. My co-founder, Gabe, is also a West Point grad and is a second-time founder in this industry, where he recently just sold his first venture. Now at Opley, we're asking ourselves one simple question. Why does our car's dashboard have over 52 indicators letting us know when something is going wrong, but our $600,000 home leaves us out to dry to figure it out on our own? Opley is an intelligent home management assistant that anticipates homeowners' needs before they even recognize them. We're leveraging advanced agentic RAG, a next-generation AI architecture with multi-agent systems to dynamically retrieve, analyze, and respond for specific homeowner solutions. Now, since our launch in August of 24, we've grown to over 2,000 users. We have over 500 vendors fully onboarded onto our platform. But what's truly most important to this journey is the tremendous support that Gabe and I have felt and received from all of you. You know, stopping me in the hallway in Aldridge and asking me genuinely, like, how is the business doing, to understanding why I'm not going out on Friday night. We really, truly cannot thank you all enough for the support in this journey that we've been on for over a year now. So thank you again.
It's now time to vote again. Please vote for the Student Business Track crowd favorite by typing www.pollev.com/NVC 2025 finale into your browser. Voting is now closed for the Student Business Track. Please welcome Christina Wallace, Senior Lecturer of Business Administration in the Entrepreneurial Management Unit at HBS.
Hello. Thank you so much. I am thrilled to be here tonight. The New Venture Competition is one of my favorite moments all year. It captures the ambition and creativity and hustle of our students and alumni. It's not just a pitch competition. It is a launch pad where bold ideas get sharpened, stress tested, and sometimes completely transformed. Watching these founders chase big problems and build with purpose is endlessly inspiring. We would like to take a moment to thank our judges. On the screen behind me, there they are the finalist judges for the alumni track, social enterprise, and business student tracks. But over the course of 2 months, we've had many entrepreneurs, investors, philanthropists, and others support our student teams. These judges provide feedback and guidance to make this competition a rich educational experience at all stages. Over the years, NVC winners and participants have gone on to raise over $21 billion, billion with a B, and have created over 15,000 jobs in such diverse areas as healthcare and biotech, technology, fashion, consumer products, and tough tech. Thank you to the judges for your time, your thoughtful feedback, and dedication to this program. We'd also like to thank our sponsors who provided time and in-kind services from legal perspectives to technology support. And finally, we'd like to thank our generous donors for making these prizes for this evening possible.
We now welcome back Jana Kierstead, Amelia Angela, and Tara Pillai to join Christina on stage to announce the winners and present the awards. It's now time to present this year's New Venture Competition Awards, starting with the crowd favorite category. And the winner for the alumni track crowd vote is Fastline. And the winner for the Student Social Enterprise Track crowd vote is Idra Health. And the winner for the Student Business Track crowd vote is Accio. Our next award is the runner-up prizes for $25,000, and our winner for the alumni track goes to Fastline. And the runner-up for the Student Social Enterprise track is Idra Health. And the runner-up for the Student Business track is Hydro Hall. We are now ready to present the grand prize awards of $75,000. And congratulations to the grand prize for the alumni track, Newly. And the final grand prize for the Student Social Enterprise track goes to Lexi. And the final grand prize for the Student Business track goes to Argus Systems. Congratulations to our winners and the hundreds of participants who took part in this competition. Please join us at the reception in Klarman Atrium to congratulate all of the teams who participated in this year's competition. Now, let's give a big round of applause to our winners and finalists. At this time, we would also like to welcome all teams that pitched this evening to the stage for a team photo.